Good morning, welcome back to another vlog. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy you are. And a good morning it is indeed. I got my very first holiday drink from Starbucks. Actually, my first holiday drink from anywhere for the season. And we started strong with what I know to be my favorite holiday drink on the Starbucks lineup. I get the iced caramel brulee latte, but I get it without the whip and without the caramel brulee topping because I honestly just prefer all drink. And it was also red cup day today, which I totally had no idea about. So I was a little shook when he handed me my drink and then handed me this cup in addition. I'm not usually one to get a takeout coffee before an in-office workday, which is where I'm at right now, but it was honestly much needed this time because the last week for me has been so incredibly rough because I've been on my period. And just a little backstory, I've been on the birth control pill since I want to say 16 or 17 years old. I'm now 23, and until 6-ish months ago, I was taking the pill all the way through the pack. So I was taking the hormones those 3 weeks and taking the placebos as well. And during that placebo week, I would get the worst migraines and nausea, probably because I was shoving my body with hormones for 3 weeks out of the month and then just taking them away completely. I'm sure that my body was just doing the right thing by reacting and letting me know something was wrong. But because those weeks were so bad, I started just skipping the placebo week and jumping from pack to pack that way instead. And that has been working really well for me. But for some reason, I don't know how I talked myself into doing this. Next month I'm going on vacation, and next month is also Christmas. And I also have gone a few pill packs without having a period. So I was like, maybe I should just have my period this month, go through the placebo days instead of just skipping right over them. So I can bleed, and that way I'm not spotting during my vacation or during Christmas. And some part in the back of my mind was saying maybe I should let my body have a period. I don't know, birth control is the weirdest thing, but long story short, I'm never doing it again because this past week has been absolutely horrendous. And I think I forgot how bad the migraines and my symptoms can get when I'm actually letting myself have a period. It really makes me wonder how my body is going to react when I completely get off the pill and when I am pregnant. Because I don't know how level your hormones are during your pregnancy, but we're just not going to worry about it right now. Anyway, though, look who came in. I actually grabbed this on my way out the door to work this morning because I saw it in the mailroom and didn't want to leave it sitting there all day. So I just grabbed it, and I'm going to have to lug this around all day today in the office. So I didn't really think that part through, but it was a spontaneous decision and I was excited. If you aren't familiar, Sephora just had their big sale of the year, the one where it's 10% off for members, 15 for VIB, and 20 for Rouge. I think they do that twice a year, once in early fall and once sometime in spring. But it's my favorite time to stock up on everything I've been needing. So about half of this stuff is actually repurchases and the other half is new to me. I don't know why I still have my seatbelt on. At least I'm encouraging safety on this channel. All right, get back in there now. I can't stand when this happens, when it gets stuck. Okay, we're okay. I got 2 samples because I did place the order online. I thought about going into my local location, but they just never have what I need. It's every time I go in there looking for one specific thing, they have everything else except for that product. So it's just easier for me to do it online and have it delivered. But the 2 samples I picked are the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer because to this day, I have not tried this formula, but I know it is a fan favorite. So I'm excited to try. And then the other one I got is the Josie Maran Body Butter in Topless Tangerine, which I've heard quite a bit of talk about as well. I don't know if I should start with my repurchases or the things that are new. I think I want to start with the repurchases because I know that they are good and I would highly recommend them. Starting with the laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. I currently own this in the berry scent and I'm obsessed with it, but I'm running low, so I wanted to pick up another one during the sale. The berry one is good, but I thought I would try the vanilla, and I'm a vanilla girly lately, so I'm hoping I like this scent. That is the coziest, warm vanilla sugar scent. That is perfect. Out of all the things that I bought during the sale, this was the biggest no-brainer for me. I love this product. There's just something special about it. It is the most moisturizing, luxurious lip product I think I've ever used. My second repurchase is the Kosas Cloud Set Powder. I get it in the shade Airy, which is the lightest shade. It's a little too light for me, but all their other shades are a little bit too yellow toned. And the winter is coming and I get very cool tone fair, so this was just the ideal shade match for me given the timing. I don't get super caught up in my shade match for this particular powder because it is more of a sheer lightweight powder. It is a baked skincare infused powder, so it is really, really nice for anybody with dry skin or anybody going into winter. I never look cakey with this powder. It's what I have on my face today and my under eyes as well. And I think it's just my forever powder, honestly. Ever since I started using this, I just haven't wanted to use anything else. Such a nice everyday powder. The next repurchase is a fragrance, and I picked up a little value set with this fragrance and their bold version last Christmas, and I just cannot get enough of it. It is the perfect winter scent. So this year I had to grab the full size because I can't stop wearing it. To my very basic nose, this smells to me like marshmallow woods. The actual notes that they list are cold milk accord, sesame oil, tonka bean, warm marshmallow, and mahogany wood. Like I said, I get a lot of the warm marshmallow and mahogany wood out of this. And I just love it. It's just giving this cozy, familiar holiday vibe. This is like my favorite fragrance right now. I love it. And it might not be for everybody, but for me, it's just so unique and different from anything I've ever smelled. So those are all my repurchases. Now to move into the new stuff. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I was not planning on getting 2 fragrances, but my nose has been changing a little bit and I really have been liking the sweeter, more gourmand, more like vanilla type of smells as opposed to like fruity florals. And this was a blind buy. I've never put my nose on this, but based on the notes, based on all the reviews I read, which I very thoroughly looked into, I think I'm going to love this. The notes on this are juniper berries, molten amber, benzoin, vanilla, sandalwood, and creamy musk. Let's give it a smell. It's like exactly what I was hoping for, but slightly different than what I was hoping for at the same time. So let's, ooh, okay, not right off the rip. Not right off the rip like that. Very much sandalwood. I'm getting very much sandalwood. And based on what people are saying, I'm thinking in the dry down, the vanilla will really come out. This is actually giving me more of like a summery vibe than what I was intending for because of the sandalwood. This is like straight vanilla sandalwood to me. I'm a big sandalwood girly, so if you are not, I would not recommend this. But if you are, here you go. Do you know what this smells like? This smells like the Tree Hut Tahitian Vanilla Bean scrub that I was absolutely enthralled with that they discontinued. This is going to require a little bit further testing before I give you a verdict. See, when I spray something on myself, I'm gonna be smelling my wrist all day, because once I spray something, I'm like obsessed with it. The next item that is new to me that I'm excited to try is the Saie Sun Melt Cream Bronzer, and I got the shade Fair Bronze. I think it's a newer shade addition. It's supposed to be a little bit cooler tone. It's supposed to pull a little bit nicer on fairer skin tones. Yes, that looks, it's hard to tell on camera, but it kind of has that like pinkish hue to it that looks really, really nice on cool, fair skin. My current bronzer shade is still working on my skin tone right now, but as the sun starts to absolutely disappear, I'm gonna be needing a shade like this. And I'm really excited to try out the formula. I've heard so many good things. Last, I mentioned, I think it was in my fall night routine, that I need to get on a retinol because I am 23. That's around the time when you kind of want to start using anti-aging skincare products. So I got this one to try from Kiehl's. This is their Retinol Skin Renewing Daily Microdose Serum. I believe this has like 0.1% retinol, and it has peptides and ceramides in it. So it's like the perfect beginner sensitive skin type of retinol. Hopefully it works for me. I wanted to start very subtle, very low concentration so that my skin can really ease into it, because I don't have the heart to go through like a purge or a breakout phase right now. I can't. So we're starting small, and as advised by dermatologists, I'll work my way up to a higher percentage with time. That's everything I got for this year's Sephora sale. I'm honestly hoping that that will hold me off until literally next year, because this whole spending money thing, it's not for me. I've been getting so many of these little hangnails, like deep in my skin, like right next to the fingernail, like the ones that will hurt, like not the ones that are at the base here, but the ones that are like all up in the, I have so many right now. My boyfriend Hunter yells at me every single time he catches me trying to, I don't want to creep any of you out because it's like an ick. It's an ick for him, which is understandable, but he like gets so mad when he sees that I have a new little bloody stub. Anyway, though, I need to start the workday. I need to get my happy little butt up to my office with my little iced coffee and my little Sephora haul, which hopefully I'll be able to test all of that out probably this weekend in a little get ready with me or something. Also this weekend, we're going to be picking up from the jewelry store my little ring that we had resized, because I mentioned a few videos back, if you're new here, I got my grandma's ring resized so that I could wear it as my wedding ring. For those of you that have been keeping up, I did end up going with the more expensive resizing option where they actually take apart the wedding band and the engagement ring. They unsolder it and then solder it back together after resizing. So that's the situation with that. We went in last Saturday to actually take in the ring, pay to get it resized. We also picked out Hunter's wedding band, but that's not going to be ready for pickup until the day after Christmas, December 26th. So that's really exciting. Everything's kind of coming together. Christmas is coming. I love the holiday season. I had Michael Bublé's Christmas album on this morning on my way to work, which may be a little bit early. I'm sorry to those of you that feel that that's early, but I was ready. Hopefully we can get our Christmas decor up this weekend or the next. To come out for the first time this season because it's snowing right now. It started snowing yesterday and it's supposed to snow all throughout today. There's actually a winter weather advisory, but I still had to come in the office for a meeting, but it's not looking too great, and I fear that I may have traveled the distance and the meeting is just going to get canceled anyway. We'll have to see. I don't know. I'm not really feeling it. I'm not a big snow person because I don't get into winter sports. And I just don't enjoy it as much as I did when I was a kid, because now my routine is completely different to where I'm the one doing the driving. I'm the one having to go work a 9 to 5. But I suppose I should be thankful that our first snow of the year is actually like towards the end of November. Kind of. Last year, I think we got snow in like early October. Anyway, though, as y'all saw, this weekend was really fun. It was really cool to pick up the ring and put it on my finger and have it actually fit. They did such a good job. It looks really good. Like it hasn't even been touched except for the change in size. I will say though, when we went in to pick up the ring, we were working with a different woman than we worked with to actually like purchase the rings and pick out Hunter's band and look at the different options. And she went and grabbed the ring, and then right after she handed it to us, she was like, is there anything else I can help you pick out today? And she handed me like this holiday gift guide. It's sitting in my back seat right now. And there was another sales guy next to her that was like, the holidays are coming. And I'm like, I just gave you more money than I would have liked. Okay, so count your blessings. You know what I mean? I was just like, girl. But to her credit, she is working in sales, obviously, so she's trying to make commission, and she didn't know our situation like the actual representative we were working with. And she complimented my perfume. It is the very first compliment I've gotten on commodity milk, which is crazy to me because I think it smells amazing. Like it's my favorite smell like ever, I think, right now. But I also hadn't gotten any compliments on it, so I was like, is it as good as I think it smells, or does it smell weird on me, or is my nose picking it up differently than most people's noses pick it up? But I think it's also like more of a personal scent space type of thing. I'm thinking the sillage is probably not as good, and she was like really close to me. So one last thing I'll say too about this jewelry experience is that when we went in to actually like make the purchase, like it was purchasing day, when we were going to turn in my ring to get resized and pick out and order Hunter's wedding band, in the store over the speakers they were playing Christmas music, but it was like Jesus Christmas music, Christian Christmas music. And I just thought that was too cool, because lately I've been trying to be more active with my prayer life and just pray over everything. And one of those big things lately has been Hunter and I's marriage, Hunter and I's relationship, Hunter and I's future. And I had prayed to the Lord and been like, hey, I want you along with me for every experience. I want you along with me for the rings. I want you along with me for picking out a dress. I want you along with me for doing the planning and doing the shopping. And I want you there with me the day of. And so stepping into that jewelry store and realizing right away that that music was Christian music and just hearing Jesus's name, I was like, Lord, you are so good. It was almost like he was just like, yep, I'm here. Just like he sends those little winks, and it's just unlike anything anybody could ever do for you. So anyways, that was this past weekend. This upcoming weekend, unfortunately, is not going to be quite as happy. Today's Thursday, so tomorrow, Friday, we unfortunately have a funeral to attend for like a distant family friend. I don't know them well at all. Hunter knows them a little bit better than I do because they are on his side, but they are going through something so tough right now that I could not even imagine. So it's just really important that we be there to support them and come together as a family. So Hunter and I both took the workday off tomorrow because there will be a little bit of travel associated, not very much, just a little road trip, but we're probably going to try to do a little lunch date, which will be kind of fun. Speaking of food, tonight my apartment is doing one of their little events. They're doing a lasagna night, so that will be really cool to not have to cook dinner. But yeah, those are the plans for the coming days. We'll see what arises as we go. For now, I think it's time for me to brave the storm and head up to my office. I was lucky to get a good parking spot. Let's go. Woke up this Monday morning with a headachy feeling, almost like the onset of a migraine on just my right side, like behind my right eye, as well as some random out-of-pocket nausea to accompany that. So initially it was a very slow morning and I wasn't really sure how I wanted to handle it. Sometimes when I'm feeling that way, I will just take a remote day that day and then switch around my remote schedule, which is a little inconvenient. But it's also the week of Thanksgiving this week. So it's only a 3-day work week for me. And then I am out Thursday and Friday. And I just really did not want to switch around my remote schedule this week. So I got my butt up, popped some painkillers, threw on an outfit, which does happen to be the outfit I wore yesterday, slapped on some skincare, threw my hair in a claw clip, and you know, that is just what the office is getting today. I'm so excited for Thanksgiving though. These little short, like 3-day, 4-day work weeks, I forget how nice they are until the holiday season rolls around like this. And I just know it's going to fly by because we have so many shortened work weeks. We have a vacation coming up in December, then it's Christmas, and it's going to go by so fast. And before we know it, we're going to be like in the dead of winter, in the middle of January, just questioning everything about life. But 2025 is going to be crazy. There's going to be so much happening for me in my life personally, marriage, buying a first home, hopefully. And I cannot wait to see what God brings this next year because he has done so much. He always does so much within just the time span of a year. Anyway, though, I need to get started with the workday. Hopefully staring at a screen doesn't re-aggravate my headache situation. Before I do though, I want to quickly close out this vlog because like I said, it is Thanksgiving week. So I want to have a whole separate, cozy, wholesome family kind of vlog. So as always, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate all of you that comment. You know who you are. I love talking with you all and connecting with all of you. And I really appreciate that you keep up with me. I'm probably not going to see you until after Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving. I hope you all have fun celebrating and hanging out with your families and enjoying the time off. And I look forward to catching up with you in the next one.